Hi, Posakis. Good News Planet and World Water Day. We're very excited. Actually, a miracle has happened. I got a call from a friend, Farzana Naiman. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Paul?
I'm great because I got this miracle call, and I had met you some years ago, and I met Alex Quint. Hi, Alex. How are you?
Hey, Paul.
I met him at the same time. It was an event. It was a benefit because Farzana is always doing good, and as well as Alex. And so we have two good souls on here right now. And she called me, and we had started this conversation. And in essence, the conversation evolved on some of the work she's doing with regard to Afghanistan, from where she comes from, but lives here, I guess, or she can tell us about water and water wells and saving some people's lives. And so why don't we get right to it, because we have the World Water Day. We want to also help you do more in Afghanistan. And we're actually quite saddened about the whole scenario of what's happened in Afghanistan. And if we can help a little bit, create some more wells in Afghanistan, that would be good news. So, Farzana, tell us about your organization, and you have an upcoming event, and we're very honored and we'll support you and be involved.
First of all, Paul, thank you so much for having me, or having us and interviewing us. Thank you so much for that. I am helping Afghanistan, which I was born in Afghanistan in Herat city, which is the second biggest city in Afghanistan. It's the border to Iran, close to Iran. And since many years, we've been helping my mother in Germany, my family, all of us. We help Afghani people with food and water and anything we could do. Since 2017, we have our family still lives there, part of it in Herat, and they're witnessing these kind of emergencies there, especially in villages surrounding Herat city. In the Herat city, there's access to water for people, but surrounding the city, there are many, many, many villages that people doesn't have anything there. No service, no electricity, no water. So water is very important. And my mom, and she lives in Germany, in Hamburg, and my family, all of them, we start building fresh water wells. We start collecting money in the family and building these fresh water wells for these people there. And this is like a gift that children get here to Christmas. They're opening the gifts, they're happy. Their children in Afghanistan, they are so excited, just waiting online to when the water wells is opening and launching, so they can collect water and carry this home. The children usually do this job. They are like 8, 10, 9 years old, carrying water home for the parents. And sometimes they walk 2-3 hours to collect this water, carry it home, to just use it for regular things like you brush your teeth in the morning or whatever we do here in America. We take everything so for granted that everything has to be always there. They don't have water to drink and water to cook with it. So, and that's why we start building fresh water wells. So we did on our own 35 fresh water wells. And this year, I live in America since 10 years. We started having my nonprofit organization, and people reacted so great to that. And we have people, they donated already. And I'm very excited in 2022 to start building these fresh water wells extra. We already have right now already 10 donation for 10 extra fresh water wells, and saving lives. Water is a very important part of our lives. It's just, we take it really for granted. Like I could not even live my life without it. There's no water in the morning when I wake up. I'm not able to brush my teeth. And they just use it literally just to drink. And when you drink dirty water, which they have to sometimes, and sickness, they get sick, and people really starving. And on the top of all of this situation that happening right now in Afghanistan, people are starving also for food. I have a video just collected from Afghanistan. My cousin sent it to me. Asked me, Farzana, please help. Farzana, help. You want to build the water wells, build it, but please send money. These people are starving. They're selling the children for 4,000 rupiah. And he's a journalist, my cousin in Herat, and he interviews people. And so there's a man with 6 children on the street. He lost everything through this war right now, what's happening in Afghanistan with the Taliban came into Afghanistan. and he's ready to sell them for 4,000 rupiah. If you really see it, it's 43 dollars, not euro, dollars, US dollars. And for that price, he's selling his children just for food. It's so horrible. I have another news that I had last year, which my mother started. Farzana, just let's build more freshwater wells. Alex Quintus also on a call with us here right now, and he donated 2 freshwater wells there. And I'm very thankful for that. He's a big supporter of this nonprofit. And there was a little boy sitting online to access to the water well that I built it there. Some of them we built it in it together, our family. And so to access the water, because they have to wait until there's a lot of people there. Still, they need so many fresh water wells there. He was sitting and the parents said, oh, where's our son? Let's go to look for him middle of the night. He was sitting online. He couldn't get the water. It was so cold, and they don't have enough warming clothes so that they can be warm. So he froze to death at 8 years old boy, just waiting to get water, not anything else. And it's very sad. It's make me actually right now to cry, because I tried not to cry because I put makeup on. And so this is something I wanted to bring this out there, and I'm very, very thankful for you having me here to just bring this voice, because not everybody witnessed, not everything you can hear in the news. I literally have my uncle, my cousin, that they never left Afghanistan. They still live in Herat. And our families were always fortunate. We always had a grandfather who was a businessman, and we always were helping poor people. Back then, my mother too, she was doing this for many years to honor to her. Also, I told her, Mom, we are going to do something, and we're going to build we need at least 3,000 freshwater wells there to really make everybody have it. It's very hard to get to this area, to these villages. It's 3 hours driving with a car to get to these people. So people in the world doesn't even know that it exists. They're living people living there, and they don't have that. And they're just drinking this dirty water, and they get sick. Some of these people, they build the house. They don't even have a rug in the living room. And when you go on the farzanafoundation.com, these are all original videos, pictures, just that my family recorded for me and sent it to me through WhatsApp. And I talk with them almost every day on WhatsApp. So that's the thing about water.
So let's go to Alex for a second here. Alex, thank you for doing what you're doing. So why did you find this as something that's important to you? Are you from Afghanistan also?
I am not from Afghanistan. I'm from Queens, but right here in New York. But I've become aware of what has been going on there, and it's really heartbreaking. So Afghanistan, unfortunately, was not a very affluent country to begin with, but with the recent withdrawal of the U.S. troops, it has gotten even worse. And I was reading an article recently how the Economist indicates that literally 30% of the country is subject to famine. They may literally starve to death. The economy has been decimated. The food sources are very limited. It's a horrible situation. But even beyond that, let's talk about the basic requirements of life. So when I wake up in the morning, or when you folks may wake up in the morning, what do? You may use the restroom. You may brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower. Put on the coffee, go pour a little water into your instant oatmeal, and then go about your day. Well, could you possibly fathom what these are things we take for granted? Could you fathom what would happen if there was literally no water for physiological consumption, for sanitary reasons? It's not there. And it is just a terrible situation. And you have families whose primary activity during the day is literally going, walking for hours and hours to the source of water, and then dragging it back in these containers, which are very, very heavy. It's an activity that takes the entire day, and the amount that they bring back is literally just enough to sustain their families for a single day. So somehow they get through the day. They scrounge up some minimal amount of food to to keep themselves going, and then the next day they wake up and they do it again. So among other things, it's terribly unproductive. You can't imagine anybody that would try and achieve anything during the course of a day without the only thing they're trying to do is get water for survival. They literally cannot survive without it. So we provided funding for some of these freshwater wells in a few of the smaller villages that surround Herat city, and I have to tell you the result was overwhelming. First of all, the folks there were nice enough. Every member in the town got together in the village square where the water well existed. They provide us a video clip somehow. Somehow they have cell phones. They don't have water, but they have cell phones. But they provided us a video clip of how the well worked, and all of the elders in the town had very nice things to say about Farzana for her actually undertaking this process to help them. Nobody's helping them. Nobody cares. Nobody thinks about them. And look, why should they? But Farzana, being from the area there, understands the situation, and it is just a horrible, horrible situation currently. It was terrible to begin with. It's infinitely worse right now. But by making a relatively minor contribution to such a worthy endeavor, all of us we're writing checks here and there. People ride for this, ride their bicycles and events for this event or for that event. And that's great. It's all worthwhile. But all of a sudden, we received a video literally of the people in the town that we helped, and it was so gratifying. They hung a plaque up in the village square with our names on it, and they had the elders talking about how fantastic Farzana was for organizing this, and how her heart was with them, and it was really, really meaningful to me. For once, I actually saw the result of what it was that we were attempting to provide, and just to see these very, very people that are needy. Look, they're in a horrible situation. It's not their fault. They were born into it. It's a difficult place. But the contributions that were modest that we made there really made a profound difference in the lives of each of the people in the village. They no longer have to spend their entire day tracking down water and dragging it back. And the surrounding villages, in fact, now they come to their village, and so there's a collateral benefit. So I want to personally thank Farzana for organizing this, for coming up with the idea and executing it. I think it is a worthy cause. The positive effects are clear, and it's a very difficult part of the world. It's overlooked oftentimes, and it's just really nice to see that somebody has the cares enough about this region and the people there to actually do something about it. It's a very worthwhile endeavor, and for me, it was very, very gratifying.
Thank you, Alex, for doing what you're doing. Farzana, let me ask you a couple of questions for our audience that have a little more knowledge about this. So to create a well, first you need somebody that knows how to make a well, and
right.
I don't know, all the equipment you need to do that. How were you able to make that happen?
So, as I mentioned, my mother lives in Hamburg, Germany. She was talking to her uncle in Afghanistan, but they are in touch almost every day, which in the past, right now, the service is a little bit less than the connection to Afghanistan, but it used to be very, very good. And they were start telling him that we have people, we have a team here who would be volunteering to build these water wells, but we need a specific amount of money. How could you send it for us? And my mother started doing that. to collect it from me and my brother, my sister, my family, everyone. And we started doing it, and we saw how fast they were. In 2 weeks, one water was ready, finished, and he recorded in his cell phone, my uncle and my cousin, and interviewed people and sent it to us. So they were the one who actually gave us all this news about it. And then we start just the only responsibility for my mother in Germany and for me here in America was just to actually collect money and how you get money together. So we did what we could. And that's it. And the people in Afghanistan, they are able, I think they get the equipment, all comes from other countries, probably. I don't know, Pakistan, Afghanistan, I'm not exactly sure where they're getting it, but there's possibility there to collect it in the city and take it out to suburban area and the villages with car, drive there and just start building it. And they usually try to do it. One of them is next to a school for children, and some of them are close to houses. But as I said, there are people there literally, they're happy to survive one day today, to have food and drink for today. They don't have any another hope or anything that they might live tomorrow. They're all ready to die. They're just ready, waiting for this to survive one day. And if tomorrow doesn't exist, and it doesn't, they accept that. And the problem is mostly, we hear the news every day, TV, everywhere, everything is thousands of channels in America, everywhere. But nobody really knows about these people that they exist there. And I was born in Herat, and I had a good time at that time. I lived normal, and we had everything. Is it in the city? So this is totally something that people doesn't have even a phone, a cell phone, or anything in these areas to actually connect to the world out there to actually ask for help. And this is let's say people doesn't even exist. It's a forgotten area in surrounding Herat city. I probably think in most cities in Afghanistan, which is not Kabul, and Kandahar, which is close to border to Pakistan, where the Taliban actually coming into Afghanistan, and Taliban making situation hard for people in Kabul. But in Herat, it's peace at the moment. They are there. They are watching people, and things goes well there because people in Herat more conservative and not that open-minded in Kabul, so they accept the life there it is. So it's not. I've been talking to my cousin also if he would have the permission to build these water wells. Of course, they wouldn't mind at all having any kind of help coming for these people. And the thing is that I have this in my hand is literally my uncle and my cousin taking care of that. And they were doing it before that on their own, but they couldn't they can't just see their people in the country they live so, and there are videos and pictures all on my website that I uploaded them, that I got from my cousin. So you can actually see, we tried to translate them. Is a beginning that I started right now, is a lot of work actually to translate everything. And we have an event coming on the December 14th. I'm making a presentation about the Farzana Foundation and what's actually going on. And people just should just see these videos and pictures. They are, that's the reality about the life of Afghan people in Herat.
Well, congratulations to you. We're honored to also help in any way we can in promotion and marketing and in raising money. You see behind me, you have World Water Day. So March 22nd is the United Nations since 1993 day that all the countries agreed to a day for water. And actually our company has been involved with that since then. And so we're planning on doing a broadcast. Behind Alex, we have a TV there. We're planning on a broadcast and virtual broadcast, and as well as events. Possibly we have hold on some very prominent locations. We'll have to see where America is regarding COVID at that time. We all need to be very wise here in how we move forwards. It's not the usual times that we're living under. So we'll make a virtual show. And we've been discussing that with a very popular TV show, creating 2 shows within theirs. It was called Wonderama. And Wonderama is a classic young person's, teens and children's program that's been here in America for many, many years. And it's one of those shows that, you know, if you grew up in America, good odds you watched Wonderama and then had
I remember Sonny Fox,
Sonny Fox, Bob McAllister.
Bob McAllister.
It was it just made you happy because it was a happy show. It's like our Mr. Rogers, Wonderama, Captain
Right.
Kangaroo. These are shows that we grew up that had family values, that had kindness and loving, and nobody was taking a gun and banging it over someone's head, and nobody was punching anybody. It was just regular family life, the way most of the world actually lives. And it was a great example for us. So we're looking to create a broadcast. Good News Corporation is a nonprofit with a mission to help other nonprofits do good. Water is the subject, and we want to help. Well, 3,000 wells would be amazing. But you know, we got to get other participants. What I like about what you've done here, Farzana, I will say it straight out, and I'm thinking on how to incorporate what you have done all around the world. For example, I have interns from Africa, from villages in Africa that are here. You know, America is that melting pot. And we have that opportunity to have, you know, 200 plus ethnic communities here. If we could get these ethnic communities, and actually our company since 1985 has been a multicultural advertising and marketing company. We know these communities. If we could get them to take care of their own in our homeland, because everybody, just how America began. Somebody had an Italian, they had made the shoes in Italy. They sent it to his buddy in Brooklyn, and he opened up a shoe store. So if we can, as you're doing, you're the perfect example of a person who cares about her upbringing, about her home. If we could get people in America to do the same kind of thing. I mean, we have great organizations, the UNICEFs and the UNEPs and so on and so forth. We'd like to support them too. But if an individual taking on hands on the earth, I think it's marvelous. I commend
Thank
you.
you so
I
much.
applaud
Thank
you. It's for me, it's big time. You're carrying it through. You're helping raise the money. You're seeing
Thank
it.
you.
You're getting the video. It's a gift from God, and I want to
you so
thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, give us the website one more time. December
Is-
14th. We'll be
is-
there, and let's see how we can help you proceed.
thefarzanafoundation.com.
Could you spell it?
Farzana is there. I said there, and then Farzana is Farzana, and then foundation.com.
Okay.
Thefarzanafoundation.com.
Okay, Alex, Farzana, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for having us. And I wanted to say actually a message out there that nobody's obligated to do anything, but anything people do, it should come from the heart if they want to support. It is a nonprofit. It is all voluntarily. I'm volunteering. I have 2-3 people who is actually volunteering. Friend of mine, Will, some another friends of mine, they're Paul, and I'm gonna mention their names. And I do still look for some volunteer people who volunteer and help and support with the social media and the, some help that I need actually to make this go further in a professional way to help these people in Afghanistan.
Okay, we got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
See
Thanks,
you
Paul.
again soon.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Alex. Thank you, Paul, for having me. Bye.